Greetings and welcome back everyone to Anno 2205, where in the last episode we spent some time and we actually upgraded our population in Viridian Coves to investors, or rather some of our population. We have needs in pretty much every location, which is unfortunate. We have very high needs now in Viridian Coves because of said investors. What do we need over here? Stimulants, canned food, quantum computers, and replicators. Wow, okay. You actually need replicators as well. And just IntelliWare over here. Are we producing much IntelliWare, I wonder? Let's have a quick gander. We may actually be producing a reasonable amount. +5. I could start moving it over there. In fact, I will. Oh, well. That said, it's going to be an awful lot of money. Still, yeah, okay.
Connected.
There we are. So, our people on the moon want for nothing. That is always good. We need to make the replicators here, but we're going to need diamonds from somewhere. Oh, really? How did that happen?
Blueprints ready for implementation.
Anti-gravity workshop. You know what? We haven't gone here yet. I think we should.
Things have been
go away. I'm sorry. I feel horribly rude. But there is clearly a sign on the door to my office that says we do not buy or sell at the door. Okay. Right. So, what are we doing in this region? I think we are looking... Wow. Weather balloons. Awesome. We're looking for the areas that we can best develop. It seems... Wow, there is really not much land here. There is very, very little. Over here, while this one has much more in the way of mountain sites, I'm not sure it has more in the way of coastal. Unless this does get through the mountain range. Now, this one seems like the more obvious choice, so we're going to head there. We've got a dock down there. Come with me.
Full speed ahead.
We are going to claim this land, and we're actually going to develop this area in particular. It's been ages. We've had this place for a long time. Well, relatively speaking. So I think it is about time we actually developed it as well. Transfer routes? Really? Do we not have any transfer routes down here? Doesn't seem we do. Claim area.
All the chunks of ice out here. I would have chosen this one too.
Ah, thank you very much, Sam. I'm very pleased to know that I have not made an error. Okay, first and foremost, we are going to start with... we'll go 3 that way, 2 this way, and we'll try to build this out. Now, with a new settlement, I can apply the knowledge that I've gained from other settlements, which should actually help. But we can go ahead and build all sorts of things here because we have access to the correct types of facilities. I have complete
confidence in you.
Need metal foam, though. Okay, so that is something we're going to have to get towards. The metal foam requires aluminium. Aluminium is mined. Where is the nearest one?
Under provision of specific
we're going to need to go over
goods
here,
detected.
Don't worry. We will get there, Adam. But we want to bring this down here. And then connect it up right there. Go. A little bit of heat over there. Not particularly needed, though. I would very much like to build this out. Well, to have a full housing block. Next up, we want metal foam. We are producing a fair old bit of aluminium, so we don't need to worry too much about this. But it might be nice to be able to, if we can, position this such that it will allow us to have more houses up this way as well. It's giving us 2.
All right.
We can probably expand it a little bit more, actually. Yeah, we would benefit quite a lot from expanding that one.
Installed. Give it a try.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. And I would like this one upgraded as well. Now, we are going to need a lot more people. Let's go ahead and build this out.
Attention. Staff shortage. Slowing down production.
That is
Import and
unfortunate.
export are the
Just
alpha
slightly
and omega of business success.
too far on that side. Is it going to work? Ah, no. Alright, what we can do is we can move this around to that side, like so, and we should be okay. It's going to be an issue there, so I may have to just keep shunting this along until I can do that properly, but we'll make it work. There we go. We desperately need more workers, though. For the time being, I could just increase the housing, but we are going to need more metal foam as well. How much are we producing right now? Only an extra 1 aluminium. We need more population so that we can get this stuff made a little bit faster. Now, obviously, we need food. Now, that being the case, wouldn't mind getting this set up already. Now, unfortunately, whilst we're getting everything set up initially, we are going to be fairly low on a great deal of things. But by adding fish, I should start to improve
just a little fine
the amount of people that we have in here.
Got any news on that job for me?
Pop this over there. It's got a little bit of room. I forget how much room this needs, though. But for the time being, I could place it here. There we go.
I'll keep an eye on everything here for you.
Fantastic, thank you. Right, how much are you using? You're using 15, and you are using 20. So it stands to reason that I would want to build this closer to this facility. Gonna need a little bit more time, though. But hopefully, this is going to start improving the lives of our...
White.
Indeed
Sure,
it
it's
is.
white, but great? Well...
Oh, hush. Just listen to the praises that are being sung about us in the other colonies.
Transporters impairing production.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. Don't worry. And we need another 2. But once we start getting some of the other needs met, everything is going to start improving around here.
Time to make some improvements.
No, shut up. One more. There we go. Power is now going to be a problem, though. If it wasn't one thing, it's another. I could start building something over here,
I have complete confidence in you.
It's going to take a lot of metal foam to get it. Alternatively, I could build this, but that requires methane ice. Methane ice requires a coastal building site.
Warning.
And an awful
energy demand
lot.
can no longer be met.
We might have to aim for just a basic energy producer over here. We can always change it later on. So we'll grab... Oh no, we still need 1 more. Are there any bits and bobs around? Super alloys. May as well use my time wisely. Anything else? You can go away. No, I don't think so. But we should be able to build this now. So we'll get that down. And hook it up. There we go. So that's a couple of the things sorted. But now we need more people again. Which is kind of a bit of a pain. Since that's what we were trying to resolve. It is difficult to expand here. Right, what's going on down here then?
Yo, this area's custodians only. I may not... stuff those stupid rules. We're in big trouble here. Got a minute?
Yeah, okay.
Sweet. I'm not really allowed to tell you this, but I've had it up to here with all that Arctic custodian lone wolf crap. Fact is, this climate stabilizer here's gone crazy. I'm not, like, any kind of expert, but I've been entrusted with monitoring this thing. Not much trade coming my way anyhow. And as messed up as it is, I thought we'd call in a corp to help us out. As long as no one tells Dr. Iceblock.
Oh, I mean... I guess I've got some scientists maybe that I could bring along, possibly, but okay. Find a meteorological unit on land.
Want to do something for me?
No, not really, not right now. I need to find a meteorological unit that is apparently on land. Let's have a look-see. Is it just going to be on the ground? I don't even know what I'm looking for at the moment. Oh, okay, so the weather balloons. Fine, that makes this much easier. Also, I'll be able to pick up any random odds and sods that I see. And typically, they've been around the coasts. So we should be able to find them just by having a quick gander. Okay, out goes the coast hypothesis. Another one. And one more. Also some super alloys. Because, you know, people just leave those lying around. Why, I don't know. They're probably cursed super alloys. Anymore. There we go.
You did great.
Thank you.
Hate to ask, but I'm in a squeeze. Know what I mean?
No. You will have to elaborate. There we go. Okay. Right, we are lacking canned foods. Add one of these is going to take a fair bit of room.
Get on with you. You'll
Unfortunately.
be fine. Good systems are half the battle.
You know what? I would actually prefer to move this. It is going to result in some people being cold, though. Which is not really something I want. If I place that there, then move you up to around here, just temporarily. That may sort it out. Yeah. Okay. So that's not too bad. But we
So
definitely
this is the
need
Great
to increase
Sure.
this. The next thing we can do to increase it is simply to add some community. We need 10 metal foam. We've got 10 metal foam. We can pop that by there. Should please everyone. There we go. The next thing we can do is if we head out, I'm fairly certain we've got a massive stockpile of temperate goods. Yeah, plus 10 down here. Then let's set up a new transfer route for those over there. Yes, we'll just take all 10. That is fine.
Processing information.
We're going to need more than 10, than 2 anyway, because we're going to be growing this colony quite aggressively. But there we are. We should... There we go. Everything is now running at full pelt. Ah, good times are these. Now then, each of these uses a fair old bit. That draws 3. Oh, maybe we might be able to get some extra. How frustrating. Afraid you're gonna have to move one more up there. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we're down by 1 aluminium, so I'll increase it. But that actually helps us out quite a lot in getting the heat around this part of the colony.
It's a beautiful day. And
Okay, I'm glad you're happy. Now, to make neural implants, we are going to need this from a mountain dig site. Can't use that one. We can use that one, though, or this one, in fact.
This building space is assigned only to you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I approve of your favoritism. The thing is, ideally, it would be better to have this kind of in the middle of both. It's using 8. This is using 9. On the whole, that's just helping out quite a lot. Everything looks okay in here. we want some neural module factories. Before we do that, though,
Time to make
I
some
would actually
improvements.
like to run
Warning. Workforce too low.
this up
to
the
meet
side.
Production
There
quota.
we go. That's not going to work properly, unfortunately. So I could just run it down this side. It's not ideal, but it looks better. And that's enough for me. It's probably going to... Yeah, it's going to require a little bit more canned food. Which means... I need to increase this.
Quality work, you'll see.
And then increase this as well. There we go. That should start bringing in a little bit more fish. Now, over on this side, if we're particularly lucky in the amount of heat that this generates, and it looks like we are going to be, we may be able to get away. I know I've just built a road there. That was unfortunate. Very short-sighted on my part. But we may be able to get away with doing something like this. I'm just bringing this up along the side there. And popping down another factory. There we go, fantastic. At this point, we've actually got a population that's ready to expand. Hurrah! And for symmetry's sake, expand that one out. Now I know that this is not going to be hot enough just down by there. I realise this. On the plus side, I can expand this out.
Warning. Energy shortage.
Right to there. Energy shortage. That is a bit of an issue. Let's have a look. How much are you using? You're using 40. 20. 20. You're using actually quite a lot. 23. 210. Okay, so there's a couple of candidates to have compression smelters. Wow. Productivity plus 200%. Oh, that's what we've got there. I was thinking of a small module that goes on the side. Oh, silly. I've been playing this game for how long now? Okay, we could go ahead and build a couple of these to bring down the energy maintenance. There's not really much point in the storage. And honestly, I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue with manpower. So we'll just drop that down there. We'll do the same down here as well, actually. There we go. That's pulled the power down a little bit. We still need to expand, but it was worth doing, I think. And whilst we're working on that, let's pull down... Well, the maintenance isn't actually that high on this building, but we'll pull it down a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Now we can start upgrading a little bit. Attract a population of scientists. That shouldn't be too bad for us. Unfortunately,
My deepest
can't
thanks for
quite
all
do it
you've
there.
done.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you finally understood how awesome I am.
Alright. Time to make some improvements.
Oh, you have
An
no
interesting
community.
place, indeed.
Community supply. I might need to reposition that building. Alternatively, I could just build another one down here, and I might do that for the future expansions that we are going to have, so I could build it around here. No, that doesn't make too much sense because I know I'm going to be expanding that out
Consumer
later.
analyses show unfulfilled demand for
Pop that in
specific
there.
commodities.
There we go. Right, we need a little bit more power at this
Warning.
point, so let's go ahead and build
Unfulfilled
another one.
Systems are half the battle.
Fantastic. I'm glad.
Warning.
Right.
Unfulfilled
There we
demand
go.
for specific consumer products.
Stimulants, luxury foods, replicators, and quantum computers.
It's the Arctic. How comfy can it be?
That is true. You require secrecy. I've never properly looked at that. Secrecy? Really? That's just dodgy. What are you building up here that requires secrecy? I'm not sure I want to know. So just forget I asked. Alright, there we go. We're going to have a kelp farm. This is going to necessitate a building to help with the logistics, because that's going to be so far away. But how much does it cost, one of these? It's a lot of money, but I'm probably going to be building something else up here eventually, so it'll work out. Now then, we want stimulants, a farmer lab. Now what I'm thinking is we could... You know what? How about I do actually move this up? It's not in the best position, certainly. However, I think it'll be good if we can try and consolidate our people into this area. You know, thinking about it, I actually would prefer to have these a little bit further spread apart. I can put parks and things in there, you see. Right, what's the heat like? The heat is terrible around this area. So, a farmer lab would be better put on this side. About there. And then we can spread it out.
Hope you're good with that assignment I gave you.
Nope. I'm already doing a job for you. My lord, you're bossy. Alright, how are we doing with that? We're actually meeting the demand adequately. However... No, it looks like we are going to need this over here. Alright. Well, let's get another one. Now we're probably going to have to increase our fish. Oh, no. Okay, well that's actually not too bad then. I'm going to go ahead and build this out in this direction, though.
Some improvements. Good systems are half the battle.
Because I know I'm going to need it. And we're going to increase that as well. There we go. So we've got a little bit extra down here. It's getting the heat on that side, which is going to be a problem, though.
Just a little fine calibration.
Could move this down here instead, perhaps. The reason why I'm considering this is simply that it would allow this factory to continue building out along this area, which may allow me to just kind of squeeze the most out of the system. I'll arrange my accumulators in an aesthetically pleasing way. Symmetry! Kind of. Well, not really. More of a pattern than symmetry. You know what, actually? Even my workmen need a nice place to hang out on their lunch breaks. I demand it be so. Where are my beautification thing? Really? I don't have What? Just because they're in the Arctic doesn't mean that they don't need beautification, you scallywags. My goodness, that's just wretched.
Wow. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Hey, could you give me a hand?
No. Okay, we'll drop another one of those down. In fact, we're going to drop two. Okay, so we're producing a huge amount of these, so we can actually trade them elsewhere, but this mainly has been done to afford me the ability to do that. I'm interested to know how the heat will look. It doesn't look amazing, but I can probably... No. Actually, I think it's just as good there. If only we had some parks we could put on the side there. Alas, we do not. On the plus side, though, more scientists. Town climate expert ships broken climate stabilizer. Very well. Let's get down there and help out. My trade ship's moving around the place. Happy days. We could try and drive up another population boom around here, maybe. Quantum computers we can actually work on ourselves, so let's actually consider that. So we're going to need both of these, and that's just going to need methane,
Alright.
ice, and tritium.
Time to make some improvements.
Coastal, both coastal. Only got one there, and two down here. That is awkward.
Construction options expanded.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, there's very little else we can do about this because we just flat out need it. So, get you there, and you. Oh, we're going to need more metal foam. Drat. Then, we're going to have to go the long way around to connect everything up. Is that going to work for us? No. Ah, that's a shame. That would have been awesome had it worked. But I will run a road down there for future connections. This one, though, should be okay. Yes. And then we can have a straight road running all the way up. Like so. That works out okay. We should have enough now for this. But we are definitely going to need this down here. Now they just need a little bit more power at this point.
Everything installed. Give it a try.
There we go. Not too terribly bad.
That Jorgensen fellow promised me a fascinating climate phenomena.
I'm relying on you, you know.
Oops. There we are. I was selecting the wrong ship. There we go. Right, so we're driving all of the necessary materials down. We need to build some quantum computers. Now, wow, that generates a lot of heat. That's awesome, because we're going to be able to have a cluster of houses in there, I think. That should be very nice. Again, I really kind of dislike these fetch quests. They're just basically something to distract me with. I wouldn't mind if it was somewhat of a challenge, like the actual finding those balloons. Again, just a fetch quest really, but at least it wasn't straightforward. I can hover my mouse over the map, and then it'll tell me where you are. Then I just need to click on you, wait, then drag you back, and wait. Assignment available. 2 assignments and a fight. Here we go. 3 of 5.
I knew you were the right one to ask.
Rough weather setting. Why would I want rough
I
weather?
am not sure I got this right. Could you maybe figure it out?
Okay. Maintain an energy balance. Wow. Okay. That's actually going to be a little bit more tricky. Energy is not the easiest thing for me to keep. Alright, we're going to need some more fish. And some more tins of fish. Okay, that should do. Now then, we want quantum computers. For that, we're going to need these. So let's position this as best we can to generate a goodly bit of income there. Build another one of these actually out here as well to drive that a little bit further up. But the main thing I wanted to know is whether I was going to ever have a need to build it in here. And it doesn't look like I will. So that is good for me. Let's get this going up. Oh wow, really? Can I? Oh, I can as well. Oh, that's fantastic. That actually worked out really well for us.
Warning.
Really, really well.
Energy demand too high.
Oh, hush.
Countermeasures recommended.
No, I refuse. I will, however, give you a community building, though, because I'm not a complete monster. We'll have the community building right there. But it does seem as though we are going to require a lot more power. Now, how much does this draw? Oh, -6. It'll generate a decent bit of energy, but it is, you know, it's not going to be a cheap building to have by any stretch. However, the heat it generates is going to be substantial. How much is it going to cost to increase this? Not too much. Should bring us up to 9, so it means we've got 3 free, which may be enough. We do need some extra pharmaceuticals, though. So I'm going to need an extra kelp farm. How much energy are you drawing? Not enough for me to worry about. And then we're going to need to build this out. Actually, looking at it, we're probably doing okay. It's just the energy need. Drat. That was silly on my part. Oh well. It's already done. What we are going to do is draw out this road ready, because it looks like we're going to be able to have 1 power building there and generate an awful
Your
lot of
facilities
heat.
are consuming more energy than you are providing.
Oh, I've noticed.
This reduces their productivity.
Unfortunately, yes. Now, once that is ready, I'll probably be able to have houses up along that side as well. Ah, this is going to be good. In fact, I may as well just try and eke out as much room as I can from this. Come on, last metal foam. Clunk. There we go. You've not got logistics enough? Is it perhaps because this isn't connected? Well, actually, no, it should have said that. But you don't know.
Warning.
Why 22? But
Unfulfilled demand
Okay.
for specific consumer products.
Very
about
good.
that?
We should standardize the process.
there we go.
Warning.
Fantastic.
Unfulfilled demand for specific consumer products.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. But that is
Yo,
glorious. The amount of
made up
extra
your mind
housing
about
we're going to
doing
be able to have
business
there
with
now is fantastic. Yeah, I made it up ages ago. I've been trying to tell you, but you keep refusing to accept my answer. You're very pushy. There we are. Now, unfortunately, it's going to take quite a lot of metal foam to fill this out. But I think this colony is off to a fairly good start. And with what I know about the game now, I feel that I'm, you know, doing a little bit better. In fact, I could... No, that's a shame. That would have been really nice to be able to do that, but oh well. We'll live with it. But that is going to be it for this episode, I am afraid. I hope you've enjoyed, though, and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.